Hey everybody, hope you guys are all doing okay. Welcome back to Let's Play Siralim Ultimate. Last episode we did a build overview, finally, at long last. Long overdue, but we finally got it done. We did a bit of a run through of the important components of our build, the no perk fermented hops build. I'm not gonna recapitulate everything because anybody interested can just look at the previous video, episode 590. In this episode, we're just going to continue on. We're going to do another couple false gods, go down a few more rounds, and make a little bit more achievement progress. And with all of that out of the way, I think it's time for us to just jump in. Let me just take a look at what we've got going on. We've got some of this, we've got some of that, we got a little bit of this, we got a little bit of that. Okay, I think I'm reasonably situated. Don't have to hand in anything. No, we don't. Let's go in, boys. Let's go in. And do we need to be doing it on instability? No, we don't, because I can see that my Rune of Prophecies is ready to hand in. So we're going to go down to 0, because that is the quickest way to get through this game. And just quickly adjust the volume slightly. All right. Oh, and there's our final Riddled Dwarf. God, I'm gonna have to look something up, aren't I? Oh my god, really, dude. It's probably sorcery, but... Hang on, dude. Siralim Ultimate. Ethereal. I said ethereal. 9 is alright. It is my guess was sorcery, the actual answer is sorcery. Okay. Well, that's done, and then that bit of the Rune of Prophecies is completed. Have I donated? Well, now I have. Alright, that's done. Let's move on and see. Oh, there's multiple Riddle Dwarves. Alright. Well, we don't care about this anymore. Oh, whatever. We don't care about the rest of them. We do not care about the rest. Had I known that there were multiple Riddle Dwarves, I would have just guessed it on my own and seen if I could get that answer correct on my own merit. But you know what? It's too late. We'll do that next time, or probably not. Probably not. Anyway, let's just kill this dude, the Abomination Master. Get him done. Alright. One thing I'll mention is that, I've had to make a couple trips to the physio with a shoulder issue. And then, you know how, whenever you investigate one problem, a bunch of other problems come up. So, it seems like my shoulder issue is probably related to general, I guess posture-related stuff, you could say. But I think more so than posture, it is like an imbalance between actions split between left and right. So, admittedly, my posture until literally a couple months ago was probably trash. But even after I fixed my posture, I still run into this issue where my left arm is always in a certain position and my right arm is always in a slightly different position because I use the mouse right-handed and then my left arm is always on the keyboard. And as much as, you know, posture changes are probably part of it, I'm like, you know what, let's just get to the root of the problem. Let's try and fix this. So I've been slowly teaching myself to use the mouse left-handed, and that is what it sounds like. I'm using the mouse left-handed. It's difficult for anything that requires precision, so obviously like Photoshop would be very tough to do left-handed. Other things that are a bit of a pain are when you're like dragging something to a very precise location, or trying to get a like a video progress bar to a very precise location. Those things are a bit of a struggle, but for most normal things, I guess were just back-to-back Titans wound, eh? For most normal things, a lot of it I can actually get done left-handed, and it's I mean, I feel like it's I feel a lot better at the end of the session when I'm able to switch it up 50-50. It might literally just be the placebo effect, but maybe there's something more to it. You know, you never know. And then there's also other little things, like I have a laptop bag that I sling over my shoulder. I know what you should be doing. The more healthy thing to do is to use a backpack, because it actually distributes the load evenly. But the problem with backpacks is, especially if you live in a place that gets very cold like Toronto, is that it's very difficult to sling a backpack over both your shoulders when you're wearing a very thick winter coat. So really, it's only a one of those long strap over one shoulder kind of bag situations that works. There's probably, I imagine, some way to do like a hybrid. Actually, no, I don't think there would be, because for it to be over the shoulder, like the dimensions of the bag would just have to be completely different. Over the shoulder just wouldn't work with like a backpack, and the double strap wouldn't really work with the kind of dimensions that an over the shoulder bag does. It's not that different, but it's different enough that it would feel weird. I don't know. Maybe that's just in my mind. Maybe if somebody actually made that product, it would, or more than likely such a product actually exists. It might be that it's just completely fine, and there's, you know, no, like literally no downsides. Alright, got a dumpling. Well, fuck you. Yeah, I guess let's kill a couple of these. Let's try and get a favor rank out of this. But yeah, that's another reason why I play video games with a controller. Because for my regular job, I spend a lot of the time at the desk, and I have to use the mouse and keyboard. And then when I get home and when I play video games, I don't want to have a repeat of the same physical actions that I'm doing for my regular job. If I could flip it around and do my regular job with a controller, then I'd probably still play video games with a controller, because I believe that it's just an objectively superior and more comfortable experience, even aside from the whole issue of not wanting to do more of what I'm, you know, doing at my job. I'm starting to ramble a little bit, but just something I want to mention, in case anybody else is going through the same thing that I am. You know, you coast through life with youthful resilience, and then when you turn at some point in your late 30s or your mid 30s, at some point past 30, it's like a switch flips, and immediately you gotta start thinking about a bunch of things that you like that were not even on the cusp of your imagination, right? Like having to think about posture, really? Having to think about what position my arm is in. I'm like, really? Yeah, it really messes with you, man. But yeah, that's one thing I wanted to mention, is that you can, in fact, simply learn how to use a mouse left-handed. It's not the end of the world, if that's what it takes. It is an option, right? Just wanted to Just wanted to throw that out there. And it might be that your posture is perfect. I feel like my posture is a bit weird because my legs are a bit long. My arms are, I think, are fine, but because my legs are long, it like makes me sit slightly differently, which then impacts the angle at which my shoulders are at. And yeah, it's a whole thing. Let's do this. Let's do pink and red if we can. Get a bit of favor. Nice. Maybe get a bit more favor. Annoying Nephilim, as always. More pink and red. More favor. Hell yeah. And since we're at pretty high favor, no need to go overboard. Let's just run through this realm. What are we looking at Rune of Prophecy wise? Well, we want Nether Realms and one more buried treasure. I don't think we're finding a Nether Realm in this realm. You could always find a treasure map. That could happen. Let's see what we got. Kill this dude. Kill this dude. Alright. Actually, hang on. One of my fans is making a weird noise. Let me just see if I can... Alright, sorry. I think there's like something, like some tiny, like pebble or something that was trapped inside there. Or, I don't even know, but it was making a weird rattling sound. So just had to jostle it a little bit. I think we're fine. I don't even know if you could hear it, but I could hear it, which is the important thing. Right, let's go to a new realm. Go to a new realm, and just keep going until the next false god, in which I will have to roll. Oh hey, it's raining Taurens again. Let's and now it's raining regular. And now it's raining regular. Oh, and we get a consolation prize from Tauren. We're getting a bit of favor out of him. Alright. Protected. Come on, man. Stop it. Alright, we gotta collect robes in this realm. Alright, another dumpling. Excuse me. Do we... no, we don't care about dumplings, and if we did, we'd have already gotten that thing done with that dumpling encounter. Another... Fuck off, dude. These protected enemies are one of the many banes of my existence in this game. Oh, hey, it's raining Taurens again. Alright. We don't really care about riddle dwarves anymore, so can just go, right? I think we've completed the you do get favor for it, yeah. Right, and some Asura creatures. Take them down, right? More prophecy lines getting completed. Is everything done? No, we still gotta kill life creatures, which might take a little while. Might take a wee little while. And we gotta kill the next false god. So let's hope we get our, at least, buried treasure done. Chances should be good. Buried treasures aren't super rare as far as encounters go. Well, I mean, but neither are dumplings, but we did recently have a situation where like an entire hour and a half went by and no dumpling showed up. So maybe I shouldn't be so confident. Alright. Well, I think our false god is coming up. I tell you what we'll do. We'll go until until I get the buried treasure, right? Where's the exit? There's the exit. Oh, we've got some stuff going on. Don't care about that. Take out the master and go like this. We got another couple hundred favor. And nothing there. So I guess we're moving on. New realm. No false god yet. Alright, let's see if we can find some useful stuff in this realm. And the answer so far... Oh, we do have a buried treasure in this realm. Hey! That's nice. We got bailed out by the game. Now let's see if we have another realm in this realm. Because there's a small chance that we'll be able to fully complete this Rune of Prophecies as we take out the Marionette Master for the 13th time. Right. I'm happy about this situation. Alright, kill those dudes. Nothing there. The one thing I love about realms where the objective is to find the buried treasure is that there's no chance of accidentally leaving the realm before you get it, because it, like, literally won't let you leave. So, yeah, that's it. Just one nice thing. All right. Let's like this. And there's the buried treasure. I don't think we're gonna find 2 nether portals before we find the next false god. In fact, the next false god very likely is going to be the very next realm. But just to be on the safe side, let's see what we can find here. The answer is not a lot. Right. Right. Alright, come on. Okay, alright. Well, have we donated? Yes, we have. Well, I guess we're done with this realm. And now I gotta make sure that I actually rolled for a good bonus for the False God realm. Not to make the same mistake I did last time where I just went in without rolling anything. Alright, don't really care about that. Don't really care about that. Let's continue. New realm. Here we go. Saint Althea. Instability 5. I'll tell you what, anything higher than 320, the next thing I get that's higher than 320, I'll take. I don't want to be like super picky. There we go. 320. I will accept this, and we'll do this in the Amalgam Gardens. Saint Althea is the blight-themed false goddess. Oh, we are gonna get it. Oh no! And now I'm gonna. I tell you what, we'll keep going until we get the like necessary amount of life creature kills. If we don't get them in this realm, then we'll maybe get them in the next realm. Need to spell damage is fine. But I think we are gonna get the life kills we need in this round. I guess I'll do that. I guess I'll do that. What else? Don't really care about you. Let's go up. Oh yeah, one other thing about the more ergonomic setup is that I'm farther away from the screen. I'm trying to get more comfortable being like not so close to the screen. It's taking some getting used to, but it does mean that I'm a little bit farther away from the microphone. And honestly, I'd been getting farther and farther away from the microphone even before this latest adjustment. So if you'd noticed, the like my voice audio being slightly quieter, then this is the reason. But like it's a good mic, and I think I project my voice fairly well. I think it's not that bad. Okay, Saint Althea, I'm comfortable putting on the top of the timeline because she can't really do much, right? Well, I say that and I'm getting my ass kicked. But you know, it's fine. You can just provoke. Phase Knight can cast a Greater Dispel. Fryden can cast Entangling Roots. And the rest of it goes the way it normally does. She's dodging a lot of our damage because we gave her a 40% chance to avoid all of that damage. So, yeah, let's take Divine Intervention. Could be useful. Keeping Treasure gives us. That's the kind of number. Those are the kinds of numbers that I like to see. More than 6,000. In fact, closer to 7,000 than to 6,000. We are gonna have to hand in this Rune of Prophecies. I know, it's tempting. It's tempting to keep going until you get another Nether Realm, which could literally happen in one realm. But I think the smart thing to do is to just hand it in. Smart thing to do is to just hand it in. And then if we find another Nether Realm straight away, we'll be like, oh, you know what? Whatever. It's fine. It's okay. Alright, let's get the stuff done. Let's see if we've killed the Master in this realm. So let me just quickly take a drink of water. Alright. I need to get away from this fucking... Okay, god damn it, stay away from me, dude. You know, the game's gotten weird when you're more scared of the treasure golems than they are of you. They're just like stumbling around like confused drunk people, and like I'm like tiptoeing around them. It's a wild world we live in, man. Alright, let's go down. What a weird... Speaking of weird, like that was a weird part of the realm. Didn't really amount to anything, and I think we're done. We are done. Alright. I'm gonna be disciplined. I'm just gonna hand in this Rune of Prophecies. As is. 10 lines will get completed. 10 lines. Right, so let's save. Save and continue. Let's hand it in. Let's see what the next Rune of Prophecies looks like. Arena combat? You know what? I'll even do arena combat. Only one forge mission. Do I have an experiment mission ready to hand in? I have a forage mission, but no experiment mission. Well, this is not going to work, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to save scum until I get a good Rune of Prophecies. I'll see you when I've gotten it, alright? See you in a bit. Yeah, I think this one is acceptable. This one, which is going to require arena combat, but we can hold on to our Goblet of Trials, 2 buried treasures, 4 nether realms is gonna be kind of dicey. 1 experiment mission, 1 training mission. We gotta find a dumpling, and 2 of those, and 3 of those. Let's see how it goes. Do I have to do... I do have to do candle kills. Do I have to open chests? I do have to open chests. Okay. Okay, let's get this done. Do I have to kill a specific false god? I don't. I do not. Well, let's get the arena stuff done first. How many do I need? 10, alright. Alright, let's see. Let's see. Let's try and get a good one. Yeah, that's a good one. What else? Empowered magic. Nah, I'd rather have an area of effect thing. Reapers are good. Let's see what else. Yeah, that's pretty good. What else? Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. And just, yeah, let's just take that, and let's just try and face roll these guys. Alright. That's working pretty well so far. We need to win 10 of these. Yeah, it's working pretty nicely. I'm just mashing the A button, not even bothering to do any sort of micromanaging. Alright, so far so good. Halfway there. So far so good. Alright. Just keep on mashing. He did the mash. He did the monster mash. Oh god. Motherfucker, dude. Man, come on, dude. So dumb, dude. So dumb. Alright, whatever. One more. We can do this, guys. Just don't fuck off. Fuck off, man. Okay, well, that's done. Forfeit. I'm out. Peace. What sort of gambling do I need to do? Only the longest one. Only the one that takes the most time. So let's get this Siralim out of the way. I wish there was a quick way to do this one, like there is with the Kino, but unfortunately not. Thankfully, we dodged the extra turns. Alright. Now what we gotta do is, we gotta set a new bounty. We can go against anybody we want. Let's do, let's do Mindworm. And let's go down deeper into the depths. We can be on instability 0 for a while. That's gonna be fun. Alright. Oh, I needed to hand in my projects. Ugh. Well, I'll do them. I'll do them when I get back. Fucked up. Fricked up, dude. Alright, well, that was easy. We took Lloyd out. We do need to open treasure chests. We can't just ignore them. Make the donations. Competent mesmerist, getting more competent as we speak. Alright. What sort of creatures do we want to summon? What do we need to kill lots of? We need to kill lots of life. Fair amount of death. Okay, so I guess we'll do life, death, sorcery. Life. Then we'll wait for things to calm down a little bit. We need to kill 19 dudes. Life, death. And probably, I don't know, like nature or something, whatever. What was the other one? Yeah, life, death, nature, right? So... Man, come on, dude. We gotta make some room. Alright, right now. Shall we have enough room, perhaps? Perchance, to get these waspids out? Yes, we will. Alright. Getting ever closer. Alright. Okay. Okay, what do we got here? Not a lot. We do have to open chests. And given that that's the case, let's go into some of these rooms as well. Get a couple of chests and a bit of favor. All right. I really wish mimics would stop showing up, because they're just slowing me down at this point. Once you've gotten the mimic card, you basically, on some level, you just don't ever need to find another mimic from that point on. For the purposes of game completion, I guess while you're still looking for other cards, mimics can still drop them, but you can also find other cards in just like regular loot, you know. Yes, mimics are an elevated source of loot, but the best way to find loot is really just false gods on high instability and rolling for a high bonus. That was always a good time for me when I was card farming. That dumpling dodged me like a pro. Alright. Kill this group and open some more chests. I guess that dumpling had second thoughts. He was like, no, upon further reflection, I do want to die. upon further reflection, maybe life wasn't so great. Alright. Man, please stop sending me mimics. Are we done with that? Yeah, we're done with the candle thing. Man, please! Please! Stop. What? Nothing's left in this realm. Okay. Alright. Boys. I think we are also just about done with this realm. Alright, nothing there. I think we just head home. Hand in all 5 projects. So far away from the next nether synthesis, but let's start. So we got a couple that are on 85, so I'll do Tenebrous. Assassination can be, what were we on? We were on... What? Familiars, that's right. So we finished the familiars. And then we've got these exotics. Then there's a... There's gonna be... There's a few exotics that we have very few things off. Then there's others that we have hundreds off. And then there's this guy that we have 0 off. What was it called? Oh no, it was on this page. Yeah, let's go with that one. And then we have to do an experiment. We should have probably started earlier, but you know what? It's okay. It's okay. Then let's start. I don't know, man. Keyforge, I guess. I don't know, man. There's no other specific ones that we need, evidently not. So I'll just do it like that. I don't know, man. No, I'll do a raid mission. Right, I guess we're going back in. Ooh, yeah, hey, this is some useful stuff. We do care about real dwarves. How many? 3 of them. All right, let's see if I can wing this. 4080 is Forgotten Lab. Arachnid Nest is Regalis. Now we just need one of these 2. Perdition is Sanctum Umbra. And just so this guy doesn't feel left out, Overgrown Temple is Gunneros. Alright, 4 for 4. And a few chests for our trouble. And an exotic. My oh my. What a profitable realm this has been. Okay. I'm not sure why that guy was being so ornery. Alright. Alright, we gotta find statues. Ooh, another one of these. Do a couple of those, because it gives you a good amount of favor. 150. Are we done finding treasure chests? We're done. We done, boys. We can just cool off on the treasure chestin'. Go easy. Easy. Alright, get one. Give me a couple of these. Are we also done with buried treasure? Yes, we are. Nothing happened, but you know what? That still counts as a pando. Please. Please. Send me these artificially immune to damage enemies. Just stop it, game. Stop it. None of these were statues, really? None of them? I guess... What? Man, I can never tell. These ones... So it's just the ones tilted to the left? Were you? Oh, hey, it's the Dumpling Master. How's it going? Nice to see you. Nice to see you, man. Alright. No. Nearly fell into his trap. See how as soon as I left, he left? Yeah, you see, he's trying to... It's like a sting operation. He was trying to entrap me. He was like, oh, you're trying to kill this treasure golem, aren't you? And then a fucking SWAT team kicks the door in. Nah, son. You ain't gonna catch me like that. What a waste of a hallway. Anyway, let's just keep going because there's no reason not to. New realm, I guess. Back in the we're back to, I suppose, where the dead ships dwell. It's always awkward to fit the name of this realm into a sentence, just because the name is itself a weird sentence fragment. And so if you try to put it like, oh, we're going to go to the Unsullied Meadows, we're gonna go to the Forgotten Lab, we're going to go to the where the dead ship's not. That just, even if you, like, I intentionally made it more goofy sounding by putting the in front of it. But even if I wasn't, for comedic purposes, trying to make it sound more silly. Where are you going? Where are you going, man? Hey man, I'm going to where the dead ships dwell. Even that doesn't sound right. You'd have to say something like, I'm going where the dead ships dwell. But then, that doesn't work. That doesn't work for any other realm. Like, where are you going? I'm going where the Meadows are unsullied. We're like, what? Just say Unsullied Meadows, man. Like, why are you talking weird? Yeah, it's just it's a cool name for a realm, but it just this is why I don't often, like, I try to avoid using it in sentences, just because it's like I never know how to say it. All right. Do I need a dumpling? Of course not. Well, I did, but I don't need it anymore. I gotta find relics. So these things, yeah. Alright, how we do? Well, let's hit this. Is it just me, or are there weird things flashing? Is it in the game, or is it on my screen? Or am I hallucinating? You see, you see that, don't you? Hang on, let me timestamp this for myself. Around the 45-minute mark, slightly before that, there was a weird. Is this about to turn into a horror game? Was that the like all of a sudden there's static and then the girl from the ring jumps out at you? It was a horror game all along. It's just that it only gets to that after you've after the 1500-hour mark. Man, that would be, honestly, if a developer did that, like their goal was to make a horror game, but around that game they constructed a whole other game that was so convincing that people thought that was the game. Like, imagine if like I've been playing Path of Exile, so imagine if Grinding Gear did that. Like it was never meant to be an action RPG, but only people who've been in the game for more than 10,000 hours get the true horror experience. God, that... I mean, I know games have tried things like that, like, there's... I mean, the most famous example is Inscription. But in Inscription, you kind of know ahead of time what you're getting into. I'm talking about games where it truly, completely comes out of the blue. I guess it wouldn't be out of the blue for long, because the moment one person figures it out, it's gonna immediately become common knowledge. Doki Doki Literature Club, which is the name of an actual game, and an actual serious game at that. And there's a reason why it has that odd sounding name. But yes, that's another game where it starts out seeming like it's something else, and then turns dark. But I mean, the true long con would be a game which for thousands of hours seems like it's a completely functional, totally different kind of game, and then all of a sudden, with no warning, turns on you and scares the heck out of you. Honestly, like, I would respect any dev that was brave enough to do that. Alright, what do we got? I guess we'll hit a couple of extra things. That's not much favor at all. I guess we'll hit a bunch of these for extra favor. At least we'll get a good amount. Either we'll get a good amount, or we'll just get favor for free. Like 75 or above, I think, is a good amount of favor to get. We don't care about little dwarves anymore. Alright, what are we feeling? How much do you get from these soul flares? Hopefully more than 50. This gives us 75. Alright, well that's pretty good. 'Tis pretty good. Alright, go around. Kill these dudes. Go there, and there's the Soul Flare Master. And kill some more dudes. Obviously, lines getting completed. Nice to see it. You stop. Alright. I think we're just about ready to start wrapping up. Unless there's some compelling reason to stay. I don't think there is, but I'll just quickly swing by, grab this, and hit this. A nice 100 or so favor that we wouldn't have gotten otherwise, so I'm pretty happy with that. New realm. And once again, we've been sent back to the same realm that we just exited. So I guess let's do a repeat performance. Alright. Alright, well, we're done with the run, but of course, excuse me, of course, if at all possible, we would like to restart. See what else we can find in this realm, you know, any nether portals, any pandemonium shrines. Oh yeah, especially if I want to cross my legs, I've got to go all the way back, because I've got an under the table setup for my mouse and keyboard, which is way better on my arms and, you know, fingers and hands, but it does take up a bit of space. I can put my legs under it if they're uncrossed, but I can't cross my legs and put it under it. Right? That one's a bridge too far for this new setup that I have. Alright, line's getting completed. Feels pretty good. Okay, easy, easy. Okay, what do we got left? Don't really see much. Hit this thing. Okay. Is there any reason to be going on there? Nope. And easy. Yeah, I gotta get used to where everything is. My like mental 3D map of the area around my computer desk is gonna need some adjustments, which is only gonna happen over time, right? And through a lot of painful bumping into things. You know what? Over the long run, it's gonna be better, right? And that's one piece of advice that I'll leave with all of you. Even if you're not experiencing problems yet, it might be that you have, without realizing it, accidentally lucked into the perfect ergonomic setup, and that you don't need to make any changes. But just in case, look up what they recommend, and then compare it to what your setup looks like. And even if at first it seems like, oh, this is weird, if I changed it to be like that, it wouldn't feel right. That is completely true. It won't feel right, but only for a while. Eventually you'll get used to it. And what you'll be getting used to is gonna be a healthier setup. And eventually that new healthier setup is gonna become the thing that becomes normal, and any deviation from that will then start to feel weird and abnormal, and then, you know, you'll be better off. So just do yourself a favor. Just there's no harm just looking, right? No harm, just looking. Alright. You don't need to go as overboard as I did. You don't have to learn how to use a mouse left-handed if you're right-handed. That's just an extra little thing that I'm doing because I'm an insane person. But just checked like little things like, is the monitor at the right level? Is your head being like, is your head straight? Are you tilting it up? Are you tilting it down? Usually people are tilting it too far down as opposed to too far up, but like, you know, even if it's too far up, that's still a problem. Are your elbows at the right position? Are your wrists at the right position? Are you having to reach forward for the mouse or the keyboard, or like some other thing that you're regularly interacting with? Just make sure you've got all of that sorted out. And it's gonna be my little PSA for today. Obviously, like the real ergonomics freaks, you know, the real ergo-pilled people, as they quite possibly call themselves. Like, they'll have things like, you know, standing desks and like weird, like adjustable, like chairs that turn into, you know, massage tables or whatever the fuck they're into. You don't like, you could start doing that, but I don't think you need to in order to just make sure you've got a basically healthy setup. You can get it done with just normal, like, desks with normal proportions, chairs with normal proportions. Actually, no. Excuse me. The chair is the one thing that you might just have to replace. Like, if your old chair cannot go as far up or as far down as you need it to be, you might simply just have to replace the chair. Unless you're like a handyman, carpenter. Well, you can't really do carpentry to make a swivel chair, but yeah, unless you really want some crazy DIY project, you might have to just replace it. But the desk, I think you'll be fine with whatever you have. But yeah, that's my TED Talk for today. I think we're done, and I think we might have the False God coming up, and if we do, then that's gonna be another episode wrapped up. Oh, no, stay away from me. You stay the fuck away from me. Where's okay, we're done with the realm, but you know what? Let me quickly just check to see if there's anything there. Nothing. Nothing. You stay away. You stay away from me. New realm. Keyforge, I don't think we need to hand it in just yet, so let's take out Mindworm. 320 or above. 341 will more than suffice. Let's go in, boys, into... We have gone where the meadows are unsullied. Perfectly normal way to say the name of this realm. I'll pick up the wood because it's still, after all this time, it's still funny. But there's the exotic master. Let's take him out. Alright. Yep, 70 buffs is fine. Alright. Attack damage is fine. You know what? I'll give him the 5% health thing. Just because this is the last realm of the episode. Spell damage is fine. Is the dumpling gonna give me a thing? He isn't. Damn it! It has to be. It has to be one of the hostile creatures, I guess. Right. Please, please stop, dude. Every once in a while, I do need to explain to people why you never give bosses the 5% thing. And the best demonstration is by giving bosses the 5% thing and showing what a terrible catastrophe it leads to. You know what, let me life orb. Let me entangle some roots. Let me cast Archangel's Blessing, just because this is getting annoying. Luna, there's some damage over time that's causing my mimics to lose their turns. You know what? And this is why you never give bosses the 5% thing. It just... the fights end up being way longer than they need to be. I didn't mean to open that. You know what? I'm just gonna take whatever's on the top. Nearly 7,000 life guild rep. Feels pretty good. More prophecy lines getting completed. How close are we to handing in this? Honestly, not that far away. We'll wait until until the experiment mission is ready to hand in, which is gonna be not that far away. Well, 4 more realms, so it's gonna happen next episode. Alright. Alright, boys. Alright, let's wind down. I'm recording this. It's 8:20 by the time I'm finishing this. Hey! We found a new skin! That's the first one in quite a while. So this is Follower of Muse, or the Priest. That was such a nice thing to happen right at the end of the episode. Right at the end. So let's find this. It's Priests. Follower of Muse. He's got the painter's smock or whatever, like it's like paint stained. That's so nice. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, it's so nice, and it's a contrast between. Honestly, it kind of looks like the disco one, but the disco one, obviously, it's like a disco ball, and then you've got the tie-dye pattern. This one's a little bit more muted. You've got the rainbow pattern, contrasted with a lot of like gray, and that elegant-looking pendant or whatever is around the neck. That's a nice one. That's a nice one. I'm so happy we found that. Alright. What else? I guess we're done. Well, no, we got this dude. I don't even know what we're looking for in the rest of this round. I guess let's see if we can maybe gain one more favor rank. That'd be pretty nice. That'd be pretty swell. And in fact, we can do just that. Ooh, what a pathetic waste of space. Literal waste of space. Look at how long this is, dude. What the fuck, man? So what was I gonna do? Yeah, I was gonna do this. And this is definitely gonna give us enough to gain the rank. There we go. There we go. Alright. Let's pack it up, boys. We done. We're done. Let's head home. Let's set a new bounty. Let's do Lost Construct again. Yeah. And let's reflect on what was accomplished this episode. Well, for the first time in quite a while, we found a new skin. That was pretty nice. What else do we do? I guess that's pretty much the only thing we did. We had it in one Rune of Prophecy with 10 lines in it. And we're continuing to get realms done as the Mesmerist. Okay, so let's look at the progress we made on some of these achievements. Let's look at creature parts. How are we doing for those? We're up to 6.77. How are we doing? I guess let's take a look at the Rune of Prophecies stuff. We are at 3294 lines and 423 overall Runes of Prophecy. Alright, it's pretty nice. How are we for well, I guess there's only one thing left to look at, and that is the realm achievements. So how are we for those? Man, getting closer and closer by the day. We're at 99,603 destructible objects, 49,639 resource nodes. We will be completing the destructible objects before the resource nodes because they are more common than resource nodes, and we only need about 400 of each. So yeah, that's gonna get done. But then the resource nodes won't be that far behind, and that's gonna be a fun little moment when that happens. But yeah, it's gonna be good. That's gonna be all for this one. I'm gonna say thanks for watching. Hope to see you next time for some more Siralim Ultimate. Look, I don't want to make any presumptive declarations. I think it's going to take at least 2 more weeks to finish this set of achievements. Unless I pick one day and just do an extra 10 realms and just power through. But I'm not going to commit to that, right? It depends on how much time we have. I say we, how much time I have on any given day. But yeah, you know what? It's gonna get done. And the best way to play the game is to just play it and enjoy it and have the achievements happen in the background. If you focus too much on getting achievements done, you can kind of ruin your enjoyment of the game. So that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna play. We're just gonna play to enjoy. And if we find ourselves in a situation where two more rounds and we can finish this, then I might do that. But you know what? Like I said, no promises. we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. All right. So yeah, until next time, my friends, take care.